everyone. Welcome on Unity Education. My name is Ekta and in this lecture we will discuss about the British settlement at Madras and administration of justice in Madras. Administration of justice take place in Madras between 1639 to 1726. The history of Indian law start with the arrival of British person and they established their company. In 1612, the first factory established by Britishers was in Surat with the permission of Mughal Emperor Jahangir. East India Company had a factory at Masulipatam which merely an agency working under the Surat factory. Thereafter, some land was obtained from East India Company in the year 1639 from the king of Chandragiri by the British person. In 1639, they secured permission from local Hindu chief to construct a fortified factory in Madras. The factory, also known as the Fort St. George. Two kinds of settlements were made here, with the name of White Town and Black Town. White Town is for Englishmen and Black Town for Indians. In course time, the entire territory comprising White Town and Black Town developed into the city of Madras. So we can say the composition of White Town and Black Town were developed as the city of Madras. Administration of justice in Madras take place into three phases. First phase from 1639 to 1665 and second 1666 to 85 and last is 1686 to 1726. Now these phases we will discuss in details. First phase. In Madras Presidency till 1665, dual system of justice was prevailing. Until 1665, Madras was an agency managed by an agent who conduct all the affairs of company with the help of small council. So, until the 1665, Madras was an agency managed by an agent or his small councils. And dual system was prevailing in Madras. White Town. As I already told you, White Town is the town or the living area for the Britishers or the Englishmen. And Black Town is the living area for Indians or natives. White Town, injustice in White Town. White Town was delivered by the agent and the council. The justice in White Town was delivered by the agent and council because they are the manager of the company. All the affairs of a company managed by an agent, and they were the Englishmen. And both civil and criminal cases were decided by them, and the serious cases were transferred to England. The superior authority in England is Crown. In Black Town, before 1665, Chowdhury Court was functioning and headed by village headman known as Adigar was a village headman and also functioned as the custom house and residential office for the sale of immovable property. Serious cases refers to the native Raja. In Black Town, the Chowdhury Court was functioning. This court was headed by the village headman, which known as the Adigar, and court was functioning as the custom house. And the serious cases were refers to the native Raja. In the first phase, the charter was the Charter of 1661. This charter granted by British King Charles II. The Charles II authorized the company to appoint the governor and councils. Under the Charter 1661, the company was authorized to appoint the governor and officers in India. The governor empowered to hear and decide civil cases and criminal cases. Natives residing within the territory of a company come under the authority of company, and English laws was completely applied on natives. So we can say that when the English law was applied on local natives, so Indian legal system was completely abolished. The laws and customs of Indians and the local natives were not applied. Significant change in judicial administration. After the Charter 1661, what change come in India? We will see this. Judicial power was centralized in the hand of governor and council. Now the head was the governor and council. All the powers were in the hand of governor and council. Justice was to be carried according to the laws of England. English laws were applied there. The applicability of English law leads to the abolishment of Indian tradition and customs. So, Indian tradition and customs were completely abolished. Now, company decided that Agency of Madras should be upgraded as the presidency. The Madras presidency was developed in 1665. Now the agent and council were to become the president and councils. In 1665, after the Charter of 1661, the Agency of Madras were upgraded as the presidency, and the agent and council were become president and council. Till 1665, dual system was prevailing. Dual system was prevailing in Madras. In White Town, agent and council were working and they delivered the justice. In Black Town, Chowdhury court were working, which headed by the village headman Adigar. And the Charter of 1661 authorized the company to appoint governor and other officers in India. Governor empowered to hear and decide civil and criminal cases. Consequence of this charter is the judicial power was centralized in the hand of governor and council. Justice was to be carried according to the laws of England. Indian traditions and customs were completely abolished. Second phase is started between the 1665 to 1686. During this period, most important changes and reforms were introduced by the Britishers. Constitution of Court of Council. Governor in Council's court was developed. During the second phase, Stray Master became the governor of Madras. Court holds sitting twice a week and decides civil and criminal cases with the help of jury. Jury is the branch of 12 persons. Court designed as the higher court of judiciary. In second phase, the higher court of judiciary is governor in council court. English laws were applied. There is also discrimination with natives. English laws were applied and the Indian customs and traditions were completely abolished. And the second most important point is reorganization of Chowdhury court. The Chowdhury court was functioned in the first phase headed by the village headman Adigar. Now this system was completely changed. Adigar were replaced by the English servant. Now the English servant were Adigar, and now Adigar known as the Pay Master, Mint Master, Custom Master. Adigar were replaced by the English servant, and Adigar were now known as the Pay Master, Mint Master, and Custom Masters. They sit as a judge in Chowdhury court twice a week. Chowdhury court now sit as the twice a week and decide the cases up to 50 pagods and criminal cases of minor nature. Civil cases up to 50 pagodas and criminal cases of minor natures. Appeals from these courts leads to higher court, which consists of governor and council of Madras. As I already told you, higher court in Madras was the governor in council court, was the higher court at the time of second phase. Statement passed by the court were properly recorded. The statements which passed by the court were properly recorded. third phase. Third phase started between 1686 to 1726. The main feature of third phase was the establishment of Admiralty Court in Madras. British Crown granted a charter to company in 1683 that gave power to company in the following matters. Now we will see what's the matter in which the power was given by the British Crown to the company. Company authorized to establish more than one court. Company authorized to establish more than one court under the Charter of 1683. Each court consists of one legal expert and two Indian merchants. Why they has consist the Indians? Because the judges were the Englishmen and they do not aware about the Indian laws. So the natives, which consist as the legal expert, will explain them the laws, local laws of natives. Court give justice according to principle of good equity and good conscientiousness. The court gives justice according to equity and the principle followed by the Charter of 1683 was the principle of equity and good conscientiousness was the principles, and the procedures were laid down in the according to the English laws. Now we will see the Admiralty Court, which established under the Charter of 1683. Admiralty Court established in 1686 under the Charter of 1683. The court empowered to decide the cases mercantile and maritime natures. Nurses free to establish Admiralty Court because the crime of piracy was increased. Court consists of three senior servants of the company. Court consists of three senior servants of the company, one of whom act as the judge and two are the assistants. Chief Justice of Admiralty Court, also known as the Judge Advocate. So, the CJ of Admiralty Court, also known as a Judge Advocate, and the name of the Chief Justice of Admiralty Court is Sir John Brigg. He was Chief Justice of Admiralty Court. Attorney General and registrars were introduced in the same year. Jurisdiction over the civil and the criminal cases. Admiralty Court has jurisdiction on civil and criminal cases. It also known as the General Court of Madras. The General Court of Madras is Admiralty Court was the General Court of Madras. Later history of Admiralty Court. In 1689, Sir John Brigg died. Who is Sir John Brigg? He was the Judge Advocate or Chief Justice of Admiralty Court. Governor and Council appointed as the Judge of Admiralty Court. In 1692, John Dolben became the new Judge of Admiralty Court. John Dolben was sent by the England to act as the Judge of Admiralty Court, but in 1704 he returned to England. The jurisdiction of Admiralty Court enjoyed by the Governor and Council. The appeals from Mayor's Court and Admiralty Courts were heard by the Governor and Councils. Now we will discuss about the most important features of British establishment of the third phase as Mayor's Court. Mayor's Court established in the year 1688. Mayor's Court, which established under the Charter of 1687, was a most important feature of British establishment of justice in Madras. So, the court was established in Madras in 1688 under the Charter of 1687. Most important feature of this charter is that it was not given by the Crown but it given by the company itself. The Charter of 1687 were not given by the Crown but it's given by the company itself. Mayor and alderman formed a corporation. Mayor and alderman corporation formed the Court of Record, which is known as the Mayor's Court. What is the Mayor's Court? The corporation of mayor and alderman The corporation of mayor and aldermen form the court of record, which known as the mayor's court. The corporation consists of mayor and 12 aldermen. Mayor always be an Englishman, hold office for the 1 year. Vacancy for the post of mayor were fulfilled by the election. Out of 12 aldermen, 3 were of English servant and rest of any nationality. Mayor and other aldermen formed the quorum. Authority of mayor's court was wide. It was the court of record, here civil, criminal cases, and Indians may be sentenced to death, but the Englishmen not. This is the biggest disadvantage, or we can say the demerits of mayor's court is that the Britishers were not granted to death sentence, but the Indians may be sentenced to death. So the mayor's court has also power to give capital punishment. Recorders of this court was a Sir John Bigg, who was the Chief Justice of Admiralty Court. Appeals from Mayor's Court lays to the Admiralty Court. Now we will see the Chowdhury Court. Due to Mayor's Court jurisdiction, Chowdhury Court functions were reduced. Now Chowdhury Court sat twice a week. When the mayor's court was established, the functions of Chowdhury Court were reduced because the mayor's court were deal in the civil and criminal matters. So now the Chowdhury Court was sat twice a week and deal the civil cases up to 20 pagodas and admiralty cases of petty offences, and means the small offences of Admiralty Court were dealt by the Chowdhury Court. In 1704, Madras has 3 courts for function: Chowdhury Court, Mayor's Court, Governor and Council's Court. Admiralty Courts, later known as the Governor in Council Court. This system continued in Madras until 1726, when a Mayor's Court established under the Charter of 1726. The Charter of 1726 turned a new leaf in the development of Indian legal history.